Alright, so to prime my eyelids, I'm going in with my Makeup Revolution concealer in the shade C10. And I'm just going to be applying that all over my eyes and then blending it out with my, I think it's called the e.l.f. Total Face and Body Sponge. And then once I have that all blended out, I did apply a little bit more because I felt like the coverage was a little bit sheer than what I wanted, because I could still see the redness on my eyelids. So I just applied a little bit more. Oh yes, you gotta keep them things moisturized. Anyways, to set the concealer, I'm using the Coty Airspun Powder in the shade Translucent. Okay, so I did do one eye off camera just because I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. But I am going to be going in with my BH Cosmetics Glam Reflection Palette. And this is the Gilded one. They have, I think, 4 different palettes and they're really affordable. Anyways, I'm taking that mustard yellow color and I'm just going to be applying that all in my crease. With these, you really have to build the color up, which I don't really mind because it's easier to build up a color than to go in with a lot of color at once and then try to remove it, if that makes sense, or blend it out. But going in with a little bit of pigment at a time will really help the eyeshadow look seamless. So once I have that mustard yellow color how I want it, blend it how I want it, place how I want it, I am going to take this, it looks different, it's like a corally orangey color, and I'm going to be applying that to my crease but a little bit lower than that yellow color, just so that it looks like a sunset vibe I was going for, I guess, you know. And I'm just going to build that color up quite a bit, just because I did want that orange to peek through between the brown color I apply on my lid and the yellow. So once I have that down, okay, so I took this fluffy blending brush, I think it's the Morphe M441, and I tried applying that brown color to the lid, but as you can see, it wasn't applying the color how I want it, and it was actually looking like a little bit patchy. So what I did was I took a smaller, more dense packing brush and applied the color to the lid. With this one, when you start to blend it out, it does get a little bit patchy. So what you have to do is you kind of have to go in with a little bit of product, blend it out, a little bit of product, blend it out, just until you have it how you want it, and so that it's not too patchy. And I think at the end I just got frustrated because there was one spot in my eye that I could not get to be not patchy. So I think I just left it, and because the lash I put on was a little bit like bigger, you can't really see it, but yeah, sometimes it happens. Oh well. This LoReal liner, it's just a brown gel liner, and then what I did to set it was I took a little bit of that same brown eyeshadow that I use all over my lid to kind of smoke it out, just so that it looked a little bit more matte. And for eyelashes, I went in with the Kiss number 11 lashes. You guys know, I've talked about these before. They're the bomb. And then the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. And both of these you can find at Walmart. And then for mascara, I used the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot mascara. This was the one I think that they did in collaboration with Makeup Shayla here on YouTube. Oh, I know this has happened to everyone. But anyways, when you're applying lashes, you want to make sure that the lash glue dries so that it's tacky. So before I get into my skin, I like to use a lip scrub, and this one is, I don't know the brand and I'm not in the room, but it's just a watermelon scrub. I think I got it from Ulta, and it's an edible one, and it tastes really good. But I guess that's kind of nasty, or scrubbing your lips just to eat the dead skin. Gross. And for primer today, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. This one, it doesn't really give too much hydration to the skin, but it does make your face look extra glowy. If you're oily, I don't know if I'd recommend this. They do have a Pro Matte one, which I heard is really good, but your girl is dry and I love the glow, so yeah. And because I like to be extra sometimes and double prime, this is the Catrice Prime and Fine. This one is more of a pore filling primer, so I'm just going to be applying that to my T-zone. And then you want to really pat these into the skin instead of swiping or rubbing in too much, just so that it is really filling in those pores and fine lines. Alright, so for foundation, I'm using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, which is really nice. And I feel like the color may have been a little bit too light, but to be honest, I can't tell because I think my ring light is way too bright. So I need to figure out my lighting stitch, but we're gonna work with what we got for now. Okay. And then blending out with that same sponge that I used earlier. And then for concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Age Rewind in the color Golden. And I'm just going to be applying a little bit under my eyes and then blending that out with the same sponge. Oh, and then I did apply some to my forehead, down the center of my nose, and to my chin. Alright, and to set my face, I'm using that same powder as early, the Coty Airspun Powder in Translucent. And remember, pat out those under eyes if you have big bags like I do before you set it, just so that you're not setting any creases that may have formed. Alright, and then to set the rest of my face, I'm using this Milani pressed powder. It's in the color medium, maybe? Looks a little bit light, but I just use it to lightly set. And then to melt those powders together, I'm going to be using the Morphe setting spray. And for bronzer, I'm going to be using this e.l.f. I think it's called like the Aqua Duo set or something. There's a blush and a bronzer, but I'm just going to be using the bronzer today. And then when applying bronzer, I always like to apply it above my natural shadow that I have there on my cheek. And for blush, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Paradise. And then again, after I set down those two layers of powders, I like to go in and spray my face, just so that everything is melting together and my face doesn't look extremely powdery. Alright, so I'm going to be finishing up under my eyes. So I just went in with those two shades that I used in my crease and applied them. I mixed them and applied them both underneath my lash line. Underneath my lower lash line. And then for eyeliner, this is the Wet n Wild eyeliner. It's just a brown liner. You can use any brown liner that you have. I thought it would just really go with this look. And for mascara on the lower lashes, I'm using the same mascara that I use on my upper lashes. The Maybelline Colossal Big Shot. Okay, and then for highlight, I'm using the Physician Formula Butter Highlighter in the shade Champagne. Oh my god, so beautiful. If you need, yep, Everybody needs this glow. If you're looking for an affordable highlight, check them out. And they always usually have a sale like buy one get one 50% off. So I have this one and also a rose gold one, and they are beautiful. Alright, and then I use that same highlighter to highlight my inner corners and then my brow bone. And then for lip liner, this is the NYX Suede Lip Liner, and it's a brown shade, and I use this to outline my lips. So that is the end of this video. Unfortunately, I lost the first clip of me doing my eyebrows and the last clip of me applying my lip color, which I will put in the description box if you're interested. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!